My name is DJ K-1. DJ K-1. My name is DJ K-1. My name is DJ K-1.
Hey, what's up, everybody? Welcome to episode 54 of the K-1 Agenda. It's been very busy week. My wife's birthday was May 6th. My birthday was May the 10th, and it was Mother's Day the day before my birthday, which was May the 9th. Just wanted to say a special shout out to all the mothers and hope they had a great Mother's Day and great weekend. Um, I also want to say thank you to everybody who went to Facebook and took time out to say happy birthday to me and wish me well wishes for my birthday and everything. It was overwhelming. It was like so many people from Australia to Japan to California to New York to Florida to everybody else in the whole world, and even artists that I've met over the years and stuff. So uh, thank you. It didn't go unnoticed, and I appreciate all the support and all the people who took the time out to say happy birthday. I also wanted to say, first off, all my music projects are completed pretty much for the next 2 years. I'm going to have more projects, but right now, studio is shut down. I'm, taking a break right now. I'm just doing really good and keeping busy. I'm doing my next home projects, which consist of some more gardening, painting, and I'm waiting for the supplies for my deck. In the United States, we have a shortage of material here in the States, so it's hard to get the material, so I had to wait a whole month. But you can see some pictures of while I ripped up the deck. I'm going to be redoing it over and everything, and I'm excited about that. I like to do a lot of home projects, and I know people probably like, how is he able to do that too? I'm like, hey man, I got all my music done. I spent, over the pandemic and the last year doing a lot of music in the studio and keeping busy. So I'm up ahead of everything. I have all kind of new music coming out as you'll see in the upcoming Puzzlebox news. But it's always good to keep busy. I'm hoping to get back seriously with working out and stuff. I'm just waiting on the weather to get a little bit better. Probably got to wait a couple of more weeks, maybe like 2 more weeks. And here in Detroit, usually around Memorial Day, the weather should be a whole lot better. Also, just want to put you up on just everything that's going on with Puzzlebox right now. PBX 32 Stargazing, featuring myself and Gerald Donald from Dopplereffekt. It was released April 9th, 2021. Completely sold out of the 500 quantity, and a repressing is on the way from Archer. Waiting on that, and then we'll be shipping those out again to the world and everything. But that's a great thing to have. I mean, sold out, and I got a lot of my other music back in stock last week also. But I want to put you up on what's going on. I have the K-1 remix for Binary System, which is a remix for the group Microthol on the Trust label out of Vienna, Austria. Looking forward to that. Also, the K-1 remix of Eicht for the group Exaltics coming later this year. So get ready for that. Puzzlebox Records news. Well, as you all know, the wholesale distribution has officially launched, but it's been hard to keep up with stock because every time I get stock in, it's going out. And thanks to Ivan, who's been helping me out with doing the distribution and stuff. And that's really helping to get these records shipped out and also picked up from record time. But that's a good problem to have. Very good problem to have. Every time I make music, it's already been sold or will be selling out, and I have to get repressings done. Which has led me to, in the future, I'm going to be pressing more of my old releases, as well as releases I've done with AUX88 that's owned by Puzzlebox, just for pressing. Not completely owned by me. They're still owned by me and Tom and whoever else I did music with. That's one good thing about what we put together, that we all own all our own music. Everybody that was associated with AUX88. I wanted to put you up on the new t-shirt designs on my merchandise site. Remember, there's a 35% off sale, and these are the dates. Keep this in mind. 35% off on everything in the store. May 20th, May 21st, May 27th, May 28th, and May 29th. Once again, May 20th, May 21st, 27th, May 28th, and 29th. And you can look at the link in the description below to click so you can go and buy the merchandise. Everybody, listen, 35% off at least 2 to 3 times a month on all this product. Like I said, t-shirts, mugs, coffee mugs, cups, pillows, tapestry, hoodies, baseball shirts, short sleeve shirts, phone cases. Man, you can get so much, and it has all the designs for all the logos that I've done over all these years, and I have more coming. And keep in mind, you can get this shipped pretty much from your own country, so you're going to save on shipping. Pick the stuff up now. Go get it. K-1 out. Upcoming, like I said earlier in the news, I'm done with any recording for a while. I took a break because I'm just letting you know about all the stuff, all the projects just coming. The Robots EP on Mechatronica Records with Anthony Rother, DJ Digital, and myself will be released in the upcoming weeks on vinyl, May 21st, 2021. Also did a collaboration with the awesome group Slam from Glasgow. The EP, the release is called Machine Conflict. That's coming soon. It's already finished. I think they're in the process of pressing it. Also, pick up Electro Ghetto Tech with me and DJ Godfather on Database Records, which is Godfather's label. That was released January 25th, and it's distributed by Clone. Also, pick up one of my Optic Nerve releases, the only Optic Nerve release, second release of this year. Optic Nerve Faraway EP, which was on Soma. That's an EP that was done specifically for Soma with the digital comic created by Kyle Irvin. So pick that up. Also, my Optic Nerve full-length album called Uncharted, released on Axis Records, Escape Velocity release. Pick that up. That was released March 26, 2021. Pick that album up. Go to Axis Records and pick that up and download the full-length album, and also read about the story and what the album is all about. Also, the next release on Puzzlebox will be Optic Nerve meets Strand. That will be PBX33. For those of you who don't know what the matrix number means, that's PBX3. That means it's the 33rd release. PBX33, that will be Optic Nerve meets Strand. Keep in mind, repressed and back in stock is PBX29, Modular World, one of my favorite electro EPs this year, K-1. Also, PBX30, Monochromatic Images by Alien F Film, which consists of me and Black Tony. Also pick up PBX31, Mad Scientist Voice Modulation. Until the next time, make sure you pick up these records. Question of the week. Remember, you can always email me at puzzlebox@puzzleboxrecords.com. Once again, puzzlebox@puzzleboxrecords.com. The first question, I'm going to do 2 questions of the week. The first question is, where are your records sold in the United States? Because I don't normally post that, and that's a very good question. And thanks for asking, because a guy sent me a message and told me that he has to order records from overseas. Well, for right now, the records are available in Detroit at Detroit Threads. If you want to go to Detroit, they're also available by in T-Bag Records in Miami, All Day Records in North Carolina, and the Disc Union in Los Angeles. Right now, I mean, I'll probably try to get some more. It's not many stores open in the States, but it's available every place else. But just to let you know, available in Detroit at Detroit Threads. Also available in Miami, a couple of stores in Miami, but one in particular, T-Bag Records, and also available at All Day Records in North Carolina. Can you believe that? North Carolina is carrying my techno music. And also Disc Union, which is a store in Los Angeles and Japan. So they carry it. And it's also a store, like I said, in Los Angeles. Okay, the second question. What has been the hardest part about making YouTube videos? And once again, I got to give shouts out. This is a question from my nephew, Zion. He always has great questions. Like he said, what has been the hardest part about making YouTube videos? Well, for me, trying to keep it interesting, but, at the same time, I know that what I'm doing is promoting me, the K-1 agenda. So, you're going to hear things repeated over. You're going to hear repeated things about what I have released, what I have coming out, and that's what it's about. It's promoting what I have and giving you information on everything I'm doing. But the toughest part has been, sometimes just getting up in the morning and, just not really feeling like doing it. And I was like, nah, because what's really behind this is my legacy. I want to make sure that, when I'm gone from this earth, it's like there's a record of what I've done, of what I've tried to achieve. And you can find it in all my music, and you can find it in all these videos and everything I've done over 30 years with my music career, which if you're not familiar with it, then you can get familiar with it. I've done a lot, been all over the world, and plan on continuing that and continuing my legacy and everything I've done, and also painting a picture about who I am, so you can get to know, what my life is like and what kind of person I really am. But that's the hardest thing, is every week just getting up and be like, oh man, because a lot of times I do this videos early in the morning because I have to edit them. I have to put all the edits and put all the pictures and everything in. But that's the hardest part, just keeping my word, and I'm going to make a video every week. On that note, everybody, if you have any questions, remember, hit me at puzzlebox@puzzleboxrecords.com for any questions, and I'll be happy to answer any questions. Thank you. Old pick or video for the week. This once again, this is from the Portrait of Electronic Band documentary footage, and this one I thought I debated about putting up because it's AUX88 describing each member's talents, and this is what, I guess I'll put it this way: this is what each person really perceives that the other person does or can do, and there's nothing that I can't do or haven't done. So it's just very interesting. Check this out. And once again, we'll be putting you up on everything, that I've ever done and any information that I have. So check this out.
I would say Tony's strong point was he was like the graphic artist, man. He could draw draw some really cool stuff, outer space stuff, just concepts. And writing lyrics, I mean, this guy is amazing at writing lyrics. When it comes to writing lyrics, man, it's like, you can give him a song, you listen to it, as Bobby said, okay, I got something. How about this? And you have a full song. I mean, verse, bridge, chorus, this is, just amazing. He works fast. BJ was good with chords, putting the icing on the cake, you know, adding that extra little, you know, pitch wheel to it, you know, kind of move the bass. Like, hey man, what if you move that part right there like this? And that's like just the touch you need to finish it. He was like the guy that comes like, okay man, it's time to put the icing on it. And they come go put the icing on it. Keith, I think his strong point was the arts and the analog. He was really good with programming sounds and knowing what we needed for each song, you know, just to make it fit right. And Keith was like, he's the organizer. He makes sure everything is like in its place. You know, well, we gotta make sure we got this, we got A, B, C, D, and E.
Give me the paper.
Gotta be here. You know, and he'll take a piece of paper and draw it out and you know, take his ruler out.
Give me the paper.
Make sure all the lines are straight, the T's are crossed, the I's are dotted, you know. And you know, everybody needs that. And I'll say my strong point was drum programming and bass lines. Drums, because I'm a drummer. Been playing drums since I was 5 years old. Bass lines, I'm just gifted. You know, my fingers can do things that I didn't even know I can do. So.
Show your fingers.
You know, when I was little, they used to always say, man, you got the piano keys fingers, man. I was like, you know, at that time I was scared to even play a piano. I thought it was just too many things on it. You know, I can't do this, but you know, later on I learned how to play it.
What was everybody's strong point out of the four of us?
I'd say my strong point is I had to speak for myself. My strong point
Very good.
is like drum programming, bass lines, engineering. Those are my strong points.
You said Barry Gordy. So Barry Gordy, he the conductor.
Oh no,
Barry White.
I'm making a Jeremy joke. That's an inside joke. You know what I'm talking about. Everybody think they very good. Let me see. My strong point for me was always keyboard synthesis, like just making up sounds. I still think that's my forte, and I learned on the Casio 101 first. It was like I always loved doing it, and I discovered that when we were in Doug Patterson's Apache Studios. Mm-hmm. And remember, he had the same keyboard, and then he kept saying to me, hey man, can you come over here and make that sound? He just saving every patch I'm doing. He just play something for me, and I just make the sound, save it in there. And then I was like, oh, then I started realizing, like, well, maybe I do. Because I had a problem with confidence early on. Because I'm dealing with people around me who's like, wow, I'm listening to stuff like, whoa. Because I'm listening to Beck. I'm listening to BJ. I'm listening to Tom stuff, you know, and just, it was amazing, you know, so that was good, cause that means like we were talking about, I'm not gonna bring you something weak. I gotta step it up. Then, you know, I always thought, like I said, what BJ's flavor was, he was really the keyboard flavor. BJ could play keys and play strings and chords and just put that overall thing that it needed. Tommy is very good. I think Tommy's forte was bass lines. He could do a lot of intricate bass lines that you thought was triggered, but he played them. Tony was the concept guy and the writer. Tony could come up with lyrics. I remember being in the studio when we was over at your house on when we had the bungalow or whatever. And remember it's time, hey Tony, we need you. You'd be like, okay, Tony, write something for that. Yeah. And we'd be sitting around putting on, he'd be like, come on, right? Here you go, man. It's already done. And I'm like, wow. And then you'd be like, come on. He'd be like, okay, this is how you got to do it. You got to say this way to do it. And he'd have the stuff written for people. So
quick.
That's to me, that's everybody's dynamic.
You know, we bought a lot. It's like, it's hard for me to, when you got a group of guys that are kind of good at everything when it comes to studio work, it's kind of hard to say what I think they're best that are brought to the table because they bring so much. But in addition to the music, Well, let me talk about the music first. Tom is not only a drum programmer, he's an actual drummer.
Yep.
Okay, so
Real
it's a
drummer.
different type of thinking when you, he actually, it's a drummer, so it's a different type of thinking that he had that I think that we didn't have just because, we know how to make beats and we can all make some pretty sweet beats, but when you got somebody who's actually a drummer, they can make sweet beats, plus they got this other thing in the back of their mind that they is a drummer that I don't think that, we actually would have just as drum programs, even though, we get real technical with programming, but it's just that extra level of, the drumming, and then the technical part of just being diving into a machine or a piece of equipment, I think beyond what most of us would do. We're pretty deep in when we go into programming our stuff, or we kind of get to know our equipment, I would like to say. I think we all do our homework as much as we can. Sometimes we dig the manual in, sometimes we just go in and blend out. But Tom, I think, always dove into there's like about 5 levels to a machine. I think that he probably goes all the way down through all the levels where I think that we go to the level that we need to right then.
We usually have to ask him.
We go to the
ask him,
level
well,
we
how
need
do you
to.
do this? You're right. That's a good point.
Right
we used to
then,
always
yeah.
do that. Yeah.
And I always thought that Tony brought a creative and an abstract eye and an abstract thought process and the way of thinking and just a different angle that you really couldn't see coming. You know what I mean? It's like I said, it's like, I would never think to write the stuff that you write. Who thinks of stuff like, the further I go, the closer I am to myself? Now, you say that, then you have to think about let me think about what I just said. It's the one short phrase that mean about a lot of stuff, because it's really metaphoric and it's huge in the thought process, I think, or huge in its meaning. And I think that in addition to being an artist, having an artist eye with like drawing and stuff like that and those type of concepts, I think that's one of the things that Tony brought that was really, really needed, because when you're doing some music, especially when you're doing electronic music or conceptual stuff, you have to have that type of continuity with it, and so that can tie the music and the theme and all of that stuff in. And I was never into that stuff. I was like, it sounds sweet, that's good enough for me. You know what I mean? I was just, me, you, and Beck used to just, as long as it sounded sweet.
Yeah, that was it.
And it was knocking, it was EQ, right? Make a tape, put it in the car, let's go. That's how we was. That's how we used to. That's the extent of that I took my thinking after the music. Tony always took it there, and then like with Keith, I think it was more, in addition to being a good musician, and we're all got to think about this. We're all developing at the same time. He was always really structured and organized. It's like, we were all pretty good at, we set our stuff up, but Keith Clark took it to the next level, because it's like I said before, it was always the K-1 agenda. It was like a list of stuff with a time on it. And time and who's gonna do it is the name and what day is gonna do it, what day you gonna turn it in.
That's true, man.
And then even when we came back to meet after, because this is our first time, not today, but in 6 months meeting, well, in some years meeting all together one time. Now we all been together, in and out, but now at one time, and the first day we get back together, we got a list,
Pen and paper.
and it's got your name on it, you got the date on it. We know what date it is because we here, and it's structure. But that type of structure, whether you believe it or not, it actually keeps you know what's going on. And at least what we're supposed to be doing at that time. I don't think that, most cat, I can't speak for them, I can speak for me. We get together when y'all want to get together, and whatever that is, that's what we'll do, everything we got to do. Keith really had a good, he was really well organized, and he always had it, plotted out. In addition to that, and being, to being a good DJ and a good musician and all of that stuff, I think with him being forward thinking, in the sense of, okay, yeah, we doing this now, and that's fine, but what we gonna do with it? What we doing next? And I think that we all kind of looked at that, but I'm more focused. To me, I live when it comes to the music, and this is what's good, I think, about having the 4 different types of minds. I'm thinking, I got to get this right now. The EQ, all I'm thinking about is getting the mix right, getting the EQ right. I'm thinking about not about what he's already thinking. After that's done, what are we gonna do with it? So actually, it gives it. We didn't know this then, but now it took all of that burden off of me of trying to have to figure out what I'm gonna do with it.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't. All I had to do was my part. You know, I didn't know that then, but now you look back and say, hey, you know what? The system works. We didn't even really know we had a system. Like Tom said before, we really never had a system.
Yeah.
But we was kind of building it. It kind of developed the way it developed.
Yeah.
You know, that's kind of where
That's
I am.
creepy when you think about it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Somehow it
I mean, you
always
think
worked
about
out
it.
and got done. And
I would have
got
never.
done.
None of us think like Tony.
Right.
None of us could come up with that stuff.
That's why we always be in amazement, like, whoa.
Yeah, like I'd have never thought of
Yeah,
that.
yeah.
You know, not saying. I mean,
Yeah,
it's
when
like
we
a,
play things for each other, like you said, that's true.
yeah. I think it's like maybe that's why we on Puzzlebox, because it's like the missing pieces to a puzzle.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's like every part it fits in to make a whole, but you take one out,
Yeah.
you're just missing one. You can still function. There's still the other streets still start together, and you can still be together because you can attach, but
Right,
it's still the
right.
missing part. I mean, I think I don't know about that.
That's creepy. That's true, and
Never
that's
been
creepy.
said
too.
like that
Yeah,
before.
ain't never been said like that. That's creepy.
Man.
That's the
That's the
creepiest
reason
thing
why
you
we
ever
all
said.
See, I'm hanging around you too long.
That's the creepiest thing you ever said.
We always used to,
Aliens talking.
but you know what, Tom? We always used to say that. Like, we'd be like, I ain't come up with that, man.
Yeah, for sure. And he comes up with it fast, too. That's the thing.
Yeah, we'll be struggling. I mean, I think it could
I
keep
struggle
like
with
4
lyrics.
days.
I struggle with lyrics.
I would
really
struggle
do.
with one line, and
Yeah,
he'd come
I
with a
can't
whole
do it.
song
Yeah,
before I could put the period at the end.
yeah.
We haven't touched on the topic at this time. We could talk about the music all day, but the landscape of what we dancing around. Well, not really dancing around. We just haven't brought it up yet. At that particular time, it wasn't a lot of brothers doing what we were doing. Not on our side of the town. It was like heavily infested with crack. I mean, the income, the outcome of it, the result, and this is all in our neighborhood. And we walking and driving through this at the same time. And we trying to do music while everybody else is getting involved in it. So we trying to stay out of it. Me, from a personal level, I'm on foot. So I'm walking through these passages. I just came out of the gang territory there, because I'm not supposed to be in his neighborhood. I'm supposed to be in his neighborhood, you know, because of the territorial thing. And then we get this drug infestation. And it's the Reagan years. If anybody remembers, this is when the Republicans came into power and just threw everything out and just said, hey, good luck and the hell with you. So we involved in this. And you got 4 black men that just graduated from high school. And it's either go to war or deal with this. But this is what you got. So we chose something completely different. We chose music.
And a different type of music.
And a different type of music.
Trying to
All
explain it was-
challenges.
Yeah,
Trying
we
to-
East Side
yeah.
casting, you know, it's
Yeah,
like
it was nobody on the
we
east
don't
side
know.
did that at all.
Yes, as you can see, you know, everybody talks about how thorough I am and I write things down. It's great. I mean, I come from an engineering background, and, you know, I'm a person that, you know, I believe in, I'm a worker bee. I remember I used to tell Brian from 2:37 a.m., I'm a worker bee. I believe in, I get things done, and I don't play around. When we have to do something, I get things done. But, you know, that's a good thing. That's a great thing. I'm very organized, and I get things done. So on that note, thank you guys for checking this out. Shout outs. This shout out is a special shout out to somebody, man, I've been knowing this guy since elementary school. And he always been like so low key, never got angry, man, just mellow, but a brother and a friend from day one. I only have like really true friends, I would say really three that I consider even closer than a brother, you know? And he's one of the three. And I want to say, I want to give shouts out to him because he actually made me a hat this week. He made me a DB Classics hat for my birthday. And I thought that was really cool. This just goes to show, man, he always been great with his hands. He could do anything, pottery, build houses. I mean, he always been like a great cook, just can do anything. So I just wanted to say, hey man, everybody should know this. This is, before I even mention his name, you know what? When you have good friends like this, man, don't wait around to tell them how you feel about them. Every time we see each other, man, love you, brother. You know, we support each other, call and check on each other. Do that. This is my boy, Mooch, Walter Hill, a.k.a. Mooch. This is my brother. I love him, man. He is a awesome guy. Always been very smart in school, man. Just great at every sport. Just great at everything, man. And the greatest thing I love about him, man, he's been a brother and a friend from day one. Love you, Mooch. Send shouts out to Mooch, man. That's my boy. And my other two friends, Sean and Don, the twins, you know who you are. Love you, man. Thank you guys for the birthday shout outs. And thank you, Sean, for calling me as you do every year and call me by my full name, Keith Demetrius Tucker. It always cracks me up. Love you guys. And I also want to send a special shout out to my mother for last week. That was Mother's Day. Man, ain't nothing in the world like a mom's. And I got to give shouts out to my moms because she always been there. She knows everything I'm doing. She always been there, always been encouraging, man. All my hard work, man, is attributed to seeing her work hard. And I love you to death, Mom. Just know that. I can't wait to see you. You got your vaccination shots. We got our vaccination shots. So we got to plan it. So we're going to come visit you guys, but we got to find out when is a good time for you guys. And I definitely will be there to see y'all. But if you never met my moms, man, and just know if you did meet her, she's a lot like my wife, man. She's one of those people you never forget, the sweetest person in the world, would do anything for anybody, man. And just want you to know I love you, Mom. On that note, I want to say I know what I've done, I know what I'm doing, and I know what I will be doing. And I just wanted to say, everyone, please hit that subscribe button for YouTube, and please subscribe to my page. I really have enjoyed all the support I've been getting, bro. Hey, like this and subscribe to this page. Keep Tucker K-1.